A frozen world, scattered relics, ancient machines built to help us survive. Resources are scarce and human bodies are fragile. Who will brave the storms and be the first collector to ever harvest all 15 known relics? My name is Captain Ignatius Tully, and I have been trying to become captain for the last 38 years of my life. Finally, they are entrusting me with a new encampment in this godforsaken land. These peasants that they set me up with look to be in decent health. Unfortunately, some of these families wouldn't part ways with their children, so I guess it's more mouths to feed for me. I'm going to make these kids work even harder than their parents so they grow up to be strong. Now, what should we name our settlement? A worthless shithole surrounded by nothing but white. I know. The Cum Zone seems to fit this place perfectly. First orders of business are to send this ragtag bunch out to collect some scrap while I plan out the housing situation where I can stay warm. Let's get these kids to work pronto and get some meat on their bones. Bare essentials are the next focus, so we need to set up a medical post and a workshop to research better equipment. I vote to research beacons so that I can send out a scouting party as soon as possible to look for relics. Any objections? Well, my vote is the only one that matters, so let's make it happen. They say whoever holds all the relics gains infinite power, and I will stop at nothing to achieve that. Let's also declare a new law so that I can extend any shift to 24 hours long. This will be followed immediately by extended shifts of 14 hours by default. I could get used to the sound of my new gavel. Let's get steelworks, drawing boards for more advanced technology, and wall drills so that we have infinite wood and steel. It's time to declare a 24-hour shift for the researchers. I don't care that you need your rest for your mind to work well. This is survival, people. If any of you keel over and die on the job, I'm passing a law that we can dig a cemetery to throw your bodies in. Your kids want to learn? Well, they can learn on the job. In fact, they can learn on all the jobs. Have fun in the coal mines. Make sure you don't lose a limb or something. We need tech for our hunters to bring me in some more food. I don't want to starve this winter, and I don't want to freeze either. So let's get some heaters. What's this? A child is injured already? Stop being stupid. Okay, fine. I'll forgive this insolence once, but don't let it happen again. Take the day off. See? I was nice, and now there's a mother that doesn't want her kid going to work like everyone else. Well, boo-hoo. But, I can see how this could stir up a ruckus. Fine, your kid can have one day off, but nobody else. Have fun going to work where all your colleagues know your kid is the only kid off today in negative 40-degree weather. Speaking of, people are already getting frostbite, it seems, while working in those scrap heaps. Well, I suppose I can pass a radical treatment, but don't get mad at me when I have to order someone to cut off your leg. Let's get this wall drill up and running. I absolutely need wood in order to get more research done. These pesky kids want double the food. I think not. I'm barely able to feed myself over here. Don't ask again. My coal collectors have brought me almost nothing. This generator is shutting down. I'm starting to freeze. Bring me another blanket to my chambers. So, many of you are all sick, and now you want me to spend my precious resources on building more sick beds. Fine, I'll see what I can do. Let's get some better houses. My bed is always so cold in the morning, so research me some insulation. Time to get some real coal production up and running. This coal thumper and 2 gathering posts should do the trick. Here it is, the day I knew would come. I don't care how scared you are, you're gonna die, asshole. Doctor, cut off his leg and don't say I didn't warn you. You think you were cold? Coming to me, complaining about heating your tents? I'm working on it, give me a rest. I guess I'll have to use all my available resources just to build you stupid people some new houses. You need even more sick beds? I just spent the whole kit and caboodle upgrading your dumb houses. Which do you want? 'Cause it can't be both. Oh wow, that amputee killed himself. That's unfortunate that I lost a worker. Wah wah wah. I broke my promise to keep you warm. I'm not a weatherman and it just got 10 degrees colder overnight. Looks like I'm gonna pass the prosthetics law to build future amputees a new limb. Looks like the first scouts just brought my first 2 steam cores along with a slew of other resources. Let's see how I can put these to use. You want to help the amputees? I just did by passing the prosthetics law moments ago. Whatever. Take a day off, work with them. We already have 10 worthless amputees that are eating my food and not working for me. We need more food to go around, so I guess I can have soup made. Another dead body? This time from quote overworking? You think I got to be captain without a little hard work? Pish posh, dying on the job, I should have you fired. Let's see if I can grow some food. Might as well get a hothouse or 2 up and running here to see if I can solve this impending food crisis. And now this child wants to slack off work to mourn their parent? I'll allow it for a couple hours, but after that, it's back to work. Maybe the fear of God will help these people. Let's get some houses of prayer. The moment this blizzard is over, it's time to send these scouts back out to see if they can bring me back some tasty relics, baby. This disaster is probably going to affect me greatly. Steam core buildings are crippled by 90% efficiency. Let's at least let everyone have evening prayers. Lord knows we need it. I broke my promise? How should I know the temperature's going to drop overnight? How about this promise? Keep working or I'll have you banished to the wasteland. Now that's a promise. I have a serious issue getting wood right now. Only earning 1.4 wood per hour is brutal. I'm not going to be able to give the researchers what they need to get any new tech around here. I guess time for a temple. Alas, looks like I just got some new workers and engineers. Let me show you to your job, gentlemen. Food is getting pretty scarce and I get hangry when I'm starving, so let's get a second hothouse. Well. Drafting machines are done for some better tech. But these feeble citizens are always begging me for more. Now they want their houses heated even more, as if I'm not the cold one. Oh, looky here. We only have 3 hours of coal in the middle of the night, and this slacker is begging me for a day off of work because he doesn't want to die. Well, you know you're going to have a worse death if you don't work. But you know what? Let's let him see what that looks like. Sure, friend, you can have the day off. Hopefully these field kitchens will raise morale around here. And of course, yet another person whose leg I have to chop off. That makes 12 amputees out of my 144 total citizens. That's almost 10% of my entire population sitting around with one leg. I've got 14 people freezing, 38 injured, 9 of which are in palliative care. I'm a great leader, and yet these people are such slackers. They keep begging for warmer and warmer houses, and they know damn well I'm doing all I can for them even though they don't deserve it. Now they want extra rations for overtime workers? We're all working overtime. Leading your sorry ass is a 24-hour-a-day job, and I'm not begging for more food. Plus, we have exactly 0 rations. I'm starting to get hangry. Luckily, the scouts brought back a few portions of grub. I get dibs first. Final warning. You're warning me? You all would be dead without me. There it is, the first relic. I can feel the power practically surging through my veins already. They want me to build the archives to store it. Well, let's see here. 400 wood and 250 steel. That is almost our entire stockpile. The generator's shutting down. I can feel death's icy fingers coming for us all. This is your doing, not mine. No. What are you doing? You can't treat me like this. No! And so, the pitiful tyrant has been officially banished. Who will take his place to rise up and lead the next generation to safety? Enter Captain Lance DuPont, a young, caring, and cunning tactician. Surely he will lead these people to a better haven or die trying. Hello, my people. My name is Lance DuPont, and I'm happy to meet you. I think it's time that we go over what our main objective is going to be, along with some side quests along the way. That way we can track our progress and see how we're growing. Everyone gather around, let's take a look. So, the main objective is to survive and lose as few people as possible. It's dangerous out there, and I don't want any of us working in conditions that will cause extreme harm or death. So, I will do all I can to ensure our survival. Now, the next main goal is to bring in all of the old relics of people who came before us. I think it's very important to preserve history, and I think that we can learn something from each piece that we bring back. What do you all think? Great. I couldn't agree more. I believe it'd be an amazing thing to achieve if we could research everything that there is to know in all fields. Engineers, we're going to be counting on you for this, so let me know if there's anything you need. Finally, we should try and stockpile at least 25,000 coal and at least 10,000 food in case of a bad blizzard. That way we can keep our settlement going without sacrificing heat or cold. Alright, let's do this, team. In deference to those that came before us, let us name our compound after the ones who lost their lives under the previous leader. I've heard of his atrocities and promise to never treat you like he treated them. The Cum Zone 2 will be successful. Let us begin work. Alright team, the first law that I'll be passing is that children may work safe jobs. I do not want them getting injured, nor do I want to steal their childhood from them. In the beginning, it's going to be difficult, and we're going to need their help collecting initial resources before being put into more comfortable jobs like cookhouses. Let's also get 8 tents up and running so that nobody's homeless. Let's get these up before nightfall. Hey, great job today everybody. The next law is the 24-hour emergency shift. I promise I will not be using this much at all, only when it matters for our survival. Oh no, a child has been hurt. It's alright buddy, you can take the day off. I'm sorry that happened. Let's get some heaters for everyone's workspace. Let me know when those are done ASAP. Who volunteers to be in a scouting party? Let's vote on where to send you. Okay, so you all want to go to the Frozen Hulk. Hey, by all means, you carry on. We all have faith in you. Extended shifts are going to be important. I know 14 hours is a long time, but we won't have to do it for too long before this place is hopefully self-sustaining for the next generation. Looks like we have a protective mother. Ma'am, I understand, and I won't have any of the kids out for long once the temperature drops. But this is our only chance to get a head start and make sure that in future generations, no kid will ever have to work. Let's go ahead and research drawing boards, gentlemen. And although we have had no deaths yet, let's go ahead and get a cemetery up and running for when that unfortunate day might come. Hopefully this will be the only 24-hour shift that we ever have to use. It's just to get some early research to get our feet underneath us. Let's use it to go ahead and get hothouses researched. The more food will be very nice, and it'll give the kids a great safe space to work in. We'll also be needing wall drills for much more wood, and we don't want to have to salvage wood crates forever. Okay, looks like it's time for radical treatment. Just in case something happens, we don't want any people needlessly dying. We can probably research something later in order to help any amputees continue on with their lives. Care houses and steam hubs. Looks like we're progressing nicely. Well done, research team. Come in, all you hungry citizens. It's time to feast. Let's see if we can get a coal thumper up and running. The quicker we resolve coal, food, and wood, the quicker we can enjoy our lives here together. Oh dear, our first death. Oh man. Let's give you all the rest of the day off. Wait, you don't want to? Are you sure? Okay. Well, I'll let you keep working, but it's your call. Thank you for your hard work. Let's go ahead and research bunkhouses then, shall we? It'll help everyone stay a little bit warmer. Oh, my child. Come in where it's warm. It's much too cold out there. Your mother's resting. Let's pass the prosthetics law. Thank the Lord we haven't had no amputations yet, but just in case, we want to be ready. Researchers, rush to Tier 2 technologies. It's time to get this place livable. My care house promise was fulfilled, and there's many more where that came from. Also, the scouts just brought in a bunch of supplies as well as new survivors. Welcome, everybody. Come in for a warm meal. Let's get you some housing built. It must have been awfully cold out there in the wasteland. All right, let's get a second scouting party researched and also allow for nightly funeral ceremonies in case we lose anyone else. I, for one, would love to host one at 9 p.m. tonight for Sally Lovegood, the fallen mother. Once we get this factory up and running, we can make some automatons or even prosthetics. Also, although we have almost no food, that's only temporary, and I would love to be able to give extra rations to the ill down the road so that we can improve their recovery time. Researchers, let's get our scouting party some lighter sleds so they can cover more ground before each storm. Builders, let's go ahead and get this factory erected. Thank you all so much. Before any more direct improvements, we can afford tier 3 tech, so let's go ahead and beeline for that. What's that? You all want to work in the coal mines for 14 hours and then get off work and beat the shit out of each other in the freezing snow? Hey, if you say so, just don't get hurt too bad. The scouts have brought in more survivors, workers, engineers, and children. We don't have much food right now, and I know you all will be hungry, but let's at least get you situated with some housing for now. Speaking of getting warm, let's go ahead and get the second level of generator. We are looking great on coal supply right now, everyone, so great work so far. Let's check out this fight. Oh, wow. Abby versus James does not seem too fair to me, but okay. Abby wins and stays behind to fight a secondary opponent. What a champion. The scouts brought back several caches of supplies. That food is going to be very useful, boys. Thanks. And looky here, our first 2 steam cores harvested as well. Well done. All right, we have the next 2 levels of generator already unlocked, so let's get some new housing so that we're all nice and warm when we go to sleep. Food is our biggest crutch right now, so let's go ahead and get some more research going for that. Also, I do reckon I don't see any issues with having a public house for all of us to have some drinks after work together. Even though we have 1,000 coal stacked up, that's less than a day left while in this blizzard, so let's see if we can make this generator more efficient to burn longer. Also, we just got our first automaton. Wonderful work, engineers. Let's get you all some moonshine, let's upgrade our automatons to be more efficient, and let's also place this one in the steelworks because it's cold out there and we could all benefit from its 24-hour production. So that our sick can be healed faster, let's go ahead and make sure our healthcare is warmer with some insulation. I also know that we have 0 food right now, so let's pass a law to make soup out of our next batch of raw rations. When this blizzard finally ends here in a few hours, we'll be able to have our hothouse start producing again, so hold on, people. Looks like we made it in the nick of time, only 3 hours remaining on our generator before it runs out of coal. Let's get these scouts exploring ASAP and build back up our reserves. Huh, our first hazard. Scouts move slower. Well, no worries, there are many worse fates out there, so go slow, go easy, boys, and don't get hurt out there. Tier 4 technologies have been researched. It's only day 16, so wonderful job. Everyone is doing their part and doing great. We even have full wood reserves, so let's get some food cooking. I know you guys are hungry. We have new hunting equipment being researched, so soon we're all going to be fat and happy together. All right, soon we're going to have our limit of 3 scouting parties. So think of all the survivors, the relics, the resources that we're going to be able to find out there thanks to them. For now, let's get a second coal thumper and gathering posts up and running. We also have some food in the bank for everyone to eat now, with a lot more on the way. Looks like we can choose between ruling with an iron fist or a faith-based approach going forward. Which would you all prefer? Okay, I figured. Faith sounds good to me as well. So let's prosper together. I know all of you guys are cold right now, so let's go ahead and get these houses redesigned. Let's research that quickly so that we can improve our dwellings and stay warm. Ah, so much better, right guys? Let's get some evening prayers going. It also looks like we brought back some more survivors and resources as well. Right this way, new people. Let's get you some housing built. Research team, let's get this generator as efficient as possible. Our coal reserves are looking great, but let's get them stacked. A few shrines around town, never hurt anyone. Let's get those erected as well. Looks like we have a lot of sickness spreading around right now, so it's time to get these infirmaries researched. It also looks like our scouts are back to full speed, so go get them, guys. We need more sick beds? Okay, I'm on it immediately. Let's get this infirmary set up for you. While we're at it, let's go ahead and get a flying hangar set up to get much more food. And it looks like the scouts just brought back some extra survivors as well as more steam cores. Great work out there, guys. Get on in here where it's warmer. Both infirmary techs are being researched, so these sick patients should be right as rain soon. That's the good news. I do see that about 1/3 of our entire population is ill right now, so I'm going to make sure we get some more sick beds set up here very, very soon. Ooh, wow. Our very first relic out of the 15 known ones. Great work, scouts. Also, some more resources brought in as well, so it's time to expand our housing. I'm so sorry, my friend, but we're gonna have to take your leg. I know that you're scared right now, but this is to save your life. In fact, we have prosthetics already researched, and I'll have the factory make some for you immediately. Hey guys, this is really important. Sorry to break the immersion for a sec. If you like videos or stories like this, it's my first time ever attempting one. A like and a comment from you would let YouTube know that it's good so that other people just like you can see it and enjoy it in the same way. If you like the story, I've actually written and published 2 novels, both of which are in the description. I also, believe it or not, make rap music, which is my actual dream goal. So go check that out in the description as well as the pinned comment. If you leave a like, a comment, and check out my music, then I can finally stop my soul-sucking job and do this full time, which means more great content for you and a happy life for me. Thank you. Now get back to the video. At the same time, our research team just got the final tier of upgrades done. So very, very, very good job. Using that, we also got the final level of housing insulation, which should cut down on our sick drastically and raise all of our comfort level. Speaking of sickness, we have had about 30 sick people get healed in the last day or so let's get these remaining ill to be well again. Now the rest of you all want to set up a house of healing, so who am I to decline that? Let's go ahead and get that set up together. We've researched coal mining, and it's time to move on to coal miner optimization levels 1 and 2 so that we can raise our yield. Let's get that coal mine set up. Overdrive couplings have been researched, and my promise has been fulfilled yet again. We officially have actually 0 discontent and a lot of hope remaining. We also have a stockpile of most resources as well as 0, count them, 0 sick people. I'm so thankful to be a part of the settlement, guys. Let's get a couple field kitchens situated and the final upgrade for our scouts. That way they move at double time. Second blizzard is almost over, and here is our second hazard. Clogged pipes. 20% smaller heating zones. No worries, it only affects 1 building to my knowledge. Let's get these scouts sent out instantly. Go get them, gang. Long hours of toil, huh? I agree, and we've finally gotten to a place where surviving isn't so brutal, so let's get back to normal hours for at least 3 days. Meanwhile, I have heard so many people requesting a house of pleasure, so it'll be open, but only will hire volunteers. Our second automaton has also been built, and I know exactly where you're going. Straight to the coal mines so that these workers can focus on less strenuous work. Let's get these archives built. Everyone, gather around, grand opening. Speaking of, it looks like we're bringing back our second relic of the past. Very exciting. Also, an engineer wants to work on an automaton project. By all means, sir. You're smarter than me, so take a day for it. Let me know what you need. Our automatons are now fully optimized on the tech tree as well, so this is wonderful news. Alright everyone, let's focus on getting some better heaters. Looks like all the laws that we are ever going to pass are now taken care of, except for the faith-based ones. I am not going to allow any children to work in unsafe jobs, and I will not allow dueling of any kind because we are focused on saving lives, not taking them. The archives are also officially ready, and our first relic looks like it needs some friends. Looks like the Faith Keepers are here. Looks like some of us are happy, some of us are not. We can't all agree on everything, so let's make the best of it, guys. The second relic is now back home safe and sound, so wonderful work to the scouts. Our engineer working on automatons needs one for his research. No problem, my friend. We're good on supplies right now, so you can borrow it for 24 hours. Just don't damage it. Looks like another trickle of survivors have finally reached our little settlement. Slowly, we are expanding. I just got word that relic number 3 is on the way, being transported back safely by our trusty scouts. The engineer looks like he needs a steam core. Alas, we do not have one right now. Once our scouts return home with some, then you're gonna get the first one, sir. For the time being, our automatons are already improved by 5%, so thank you for your efforts. Here is the promised steam core. These are very rare, so I know you'll make great use of it. Also, the third relic is now safely in the archives. It looks like that steam core did pay off. Our automatons can be used in medical facilities, and their cost has also been lowered by 5%. Honestly, I don't plan on using them for medics, but it's nice to not spend the resources and the time on researching it for our team. Relic number 4 inbound, ladies and gentlemen. Time to set up a couple resource depots so that we can increase our storage. And our charcoal kilns produce more coal now. I'm going to be setting up one of these to take excess wood and stack it towards our 25,000 coal goal. Protector of Truth has been signed. Only one more to go. Also, 5th relic coming home safe and sound. Our 3rd automaton is completed and ready for work, and relics 4 and 5 are safe in the archives. What? An automaton accident? Let's slow it down for now and be safer for the time being. Our survival is the #1 priority. Another limb lost. Well, at least we have some spare prosthetics in storage to get you back to health in no time. Our coal mining automaton is stuck, so let's shut down the entire plant even though I know we're in a blizzard and we only have 19 hours until we run out. I think that our coal thumpers are going to carry us until we can get out of this storm. Speaking of, we're getting steam hub efficiency maxed out with only 4 hours left until the generator is entirely empty. Let's stack some coal during this workday. The blizzard is almost over. Hold on, everyone. With less than 1 hour left, the blizzard clears and we can move the generator heat level a bit lower to get some of our coal back. Whew, that was so close, we could have all been wiped out right there. It looks like our next hazard is rapidly growing illness. We have a lot of sick beds at the ready for anyone who looks ill, so let's get them taken care of immediately. Just as we get our thumpers upgraded to withstand 4 gathering posts per thumper instead of 2, we get another batch of survivors. Thank goodness we went ahead and built extra housing beforehand, so that's taken care of already. Welcome aboard, everybody. Unfortunately, we are going to have to extend working hours until we can get more of a surplus of coal in the bank. Soon enough, though, we can go back to normal. Relic number 6 has been found and is on the way back. There it is, safe and sound in the archives. Our 4th automaton has been constructed, so time to set it to work in the charcoal kiln. Okay, we have 6,300 coal in the bank. We can now return to normal work hours. Great job, everybody. Good push. More survivors inbound. Welcome, welcome. Make yourselves at home. Well, we need to add some houses for you first. Here they are, nice and cozy. Here's a heat map of the city on day 46. Everything is looking really nice and warm except for places that have automatons working in them. Instantly, let's go ahead and get those scouting parties back out. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Our hunters will collect 90% less hunt. So instead of 45 per day per hunting hanger, it will only be 4.5 food a day. With all these survivors we've been housing, that could get really dicey. Immediately, let's switch to soup for meals until that hazard passes. We don't have a single spare steam core, so let's place down about 6 more hunting hangers for now. Relic number 7 and 8 have been found and are being transported back. That is finally halfway to the 15 that we need. Time for some more housing development in case we need to pick up some more survivors along the way. Perfect. 3 scouting parties have returned. 2 that had relics, 2 that had steam cores, and 3 that have food. The 71 raw food brought back is going to be turned into 175 servings of soup. The 5 steam cores recovered will be turned into industrial hothouses to grow more food during this tough time. That makes 8 relics safe in the archives before this next blizzard. While we're at it, our coal stockpile has skyrocketed to over 14,000, so we can go back to normal work hours. Great job, guys. Let's use that excess coal to heat all the homes for this blizzard. I know that everyone is getting hungry, and I am as well. The moment this blizzard is over, we will have more food than we know what to do with, and that's a promise. Hold strong, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody waver. All right. We had to use overdrive to get through that storm, and our coal has gone down substantially, but nobody died. We're going to get more coal back in no time at all. Way more coal. Also, we're currently down to actually 0 food rations whatsoever, so a big thank you to our scouts who really pulled us through there with the extra food that they brought back home. Let's get these hunting hangers back up to 100% efficiency, and we're going to be feasting by this time tomorrow. A couple industrial hothouses on top of the now 12 hunting hangars that we have are going to bring in a combined 660 raw food per day, which is 1,320 normal meals once we switch off of soup. No problem. A potential coal problem down the line here. Our generator is going to use double the coal all the way through this next blizzard. Time to get a second coal mine right next to the original. The 9th relic has been sighted, but we have no steam cores to get it back safely. You guys want to try and get it out the risky way? Are you sure? Okay, you know what you're doing. Oh, it worked. Great job. We're going to have plenty of food for you whenever you return. Get that 9th relic back safe and sound to the archives, as well as with your lives. Wonderful news, everybody. On day 57, we have officially completed our very first side quest. Every single technology has been researched in every tree, so I will have those research workshops disassembled ASAP. We're no longer going to be needing them. A big, huge, gigantic thank you to all of the researchers that have helped us make it this far. Out of nowhere, I am receiving a final warning from people. I never even got a first warning. People allegedly are talking about overthrowing me because they see no hope for the future. Well, Lance DuPont has a plan for the future, I can guarantee you that. We have every technology researched, thousands of resources in storage, thousands of food as well, clearly making giant progress, and they want me gone? Okay, well, I see no choice but to instill the hope of God in us all. Oh no, my soul weeps. Truthfully, I did not know that this would cause death to anyone, and yet it killed 11 of us. There will be many funerals held tonight. Just know, people, this was never my intention. You're telling me an execution platform has been set up? I never ordered this. Just know it will never be used. So 3 of our scouting parties have shown back up before the next storm, bringing us 2 more much-needed steam cores. Thank you so much, my friends. Finally, a flash of good news. We made it through that blizzard with 0 hassles of any kind, seeing as that we have a charcoal kiln, 2 coal mines, and 2 advanced coal thumpers. The next hazard will not affect us in any way. Hothouses are crippled by 90%, but we have thousands of food already and 12 working hunting hangars. Okay, some civil unrest in the street. I trust my people. Oh, you all decided to murder the preacher? Seems a bit extreme, but I can't punish all 400 of you. I did let you sort it out yourselves after all. Wood is getting extremely low. Let's cut production of the charcoal kiln and make a quick sawmill so that we can cut these trees. That'll stack up our wood storage very quickly. The 10th and 11th relics, along with 4 steam cores, have been brought back safely to our camp. Another scouting party has brought back an additional 3 steam cores before this next blizzard. What? We were this close to the 12th relic before being forced to turn back from the storm? Well, I can't be mad as long as you stay safe, but that was so close. Another 10 seconds and we would have had it. Return home quickly nonetheless. Randomly, a citizen has thrown himself into the generator? Why would he do that? We're so close to getting out of this. I have no idea. It's only negative 120 degrees here. We're all chilling. Food for the hungry? We can spare that, no problem. Take what you need. Another troubling hazard here after the conclusion of this latest storm. All steam core buildings as well as all automatons are lowered to 10% efficiency. I can only really see this being an issue with coal, but at least we have human manned coal thumpers, thankfully. Okay, let's raise our storage capacity a little bit. Also, it doesn't matter if there are doubters of the faith. My words don't need defenders. I'm only trying to do what's right and keep as many of us alive as possible. Unfortunately, that means we cannot work normal work hours right now for coal, since our coal mines and automatons are bringing in almost nothing. Alas, we have safely secured our 12th and 13th relics of the past. We are close to discovering all the hidden secrets of those that came before us. This latest storm has been very difficult on our coal supply, but we made it through. Fantastic job to each and every single one of you. Unfortunately, our next hazard has crippled our coal thumpers and gathering posts to 10% efficiency as well. At least our automatons and our coal mines are back to 100%. We're gonna make it through this, team. Speaking of which, it is now time to use these excess steam cores and upgrade both of our coal mines to their maximum upgrade potential. This is gonna bring in over 1,000 coal per day per mine from here on out. At that, our 14th relic has been brought back safely to the city. A huge congratulations and a huge thanks to all of our scouting parties for a job well done. One more to go. Also, on day 83, I just noticed we have around 10,000 cooked food in storage, as well as enough raw food to make about 6,000 more meals, essentially putting our current food at around 16,000, easily surpassing our goal of 10,000 in storage. Another job well done. Let's see what kind of sins have been exposed by those confessing recently. Wait, more than one person has stolen over 1,000 food at a time? 1,000? How did nobody see someone with 1,207 meals stuffed into their pockets walking down the street? As we're nearing completion of our main goal, our final hazard is the easiest one of them all to deal with. Buildings are going to cost a bit more steel, but we have over 5,000 in storage with no more buildings that are important to build. On day 88, we have located the last and final relic and are bringing it home shortly. We've also surpassed our goal, congratulations, by having 25,000 coal in the bank. Fantastic job to all of our workers as well as our engineers who designed the automatons that helped it all happen. If you assess our storage, you'll see that we have amassed over 25,000 coal, 6,000 wood, 5,700 steel, 9 extra steam cores, over 4,000 raw food, 10,000 cooked food, and a full 100 spare prosthetic limbs with only 3 sick patients, all of which are about to recover fully. Can you believe they almost threw me into the wasteland just a couple days ago? Let's go back to normal hours permanently, everyone. Great job. And finally, on day 89, we have officially brought back the 15th and final relic to store all 15 at home in our archives. I want to say that this journey of all of us would have been entirely impossible without each and every single one of you. Thank you for all the hard work you have put in over these 3 long months, and I believe that we have made something truly self-sustaining here for future generations to enjoy. Look at all of these relics of the past. How beautiful. Think of all the lives that have been lost, those trying to survive, and where these relics came from to begin with. Every person here has made a difference. Also, while our goal was to lose 0 citizens, we have only lost 14 total. 13 out of 14 have been entirely outside of my control and unforeseen. 1 was killed on the first extended 24-hour shift for the researchers. 11 were killed in the name of religion. 1 preacher was murdered, and 1 person threw themselves into the generator, leaving their wife behind. All in all, very successful.